I want to do a really quick video just to talk about domain and range and how we handle them when it's a visual type of question. So when you're given a graph. So what we should know about domain, and I always write a capital D for domain. Domain are your X's. Another way to think of it is how do you read the graph from left to right? And then your range are your Y values. And this is how you read your graph from, think of it as like bottom to top. So here's just a question that I pulled from Delta Math. If I want to figure out my domain, I want to, and I'm going to use different colors so you can kind of see it, like how far to the left does this graph go? So you'll notice -2 is as far left as it goes. I'm using my X values. And then it stops at an X value of 9. Everything in the domain is between these two bars. So when I write my domain, I'll switch back to a easier to read color. It starts at -2 and it is included because of the closed circle. And then it stops at 9 and that is not included because you'll notice at 9 we have an open circle. So that's how we deal with domain. We look kind of from left to right. And if we put like a bar on the left and a bar on the right to set up that interval. Now with range, this is going to get really messy. Let me get rid of some of my colors here. Get rid of that. So with range, now we're looking from bottom to top. So your range are your Y values. So you're basically saying how low does this graph go? How high does this graph go? So you're kind of putting it between those two horizontal lines. So the lowest this graph ever gets is right here, and that is a height of -3. It is not included. So it starts at a height of -3, parentheses. And then the highest it ever goes is a height of 5, and that is included, so it has a brackets. So that's the best way to handle domain and range. Think of it as being what is it between? I'll show you another one just so you get to see a little more practice. I'll go through this one a little quicker. So my domain for this is going from here to here, so I can use a highlighter to show it too. So my domain starts at an X value of -3 and ends at an X value of 11. Both ends are closed circles, so we do have brackets to include them. My range, pick a different color here. So my range is how low does it go? Let's try blue. So this is how low it goes, and then this is how high it goes. The lowest it ever gets is -4, and that is included. And then the highest it ever gets, this is kind of the peak right here. The highest it ever gets is 1. And there's no open or closed circle. It's just a smooth part of the graph. So it is considered to be part of that interval. So 1 is the highest it ever gets, and we put a bracket around that. So you can, again, kind of use bars to say from left to right, what's my domain, and then from bottom to top, what's my range. I hope that helps.